The Reserve Bank of India took control of Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank (PMC) last September after it was accused of fraud and concealing non-performing loans. PMC's top officials and the owners of a realty company that received the bulk of the loans were arrested. The withdrawal cap has left many of PMC's over 900,000 depositors in great difficulty. Some say they are struggling to clear loans or pay their children's school fees, while others say they depend on friends for their groceries. The situation at PMC has also amplified concerns about health of India's tens of thousands of cooperative banks, which often serve communities in the rural interior and have assets worth around $220 billion, which is 11% of India's total banking sector assets. These banks, many of which are tiny, are subject to less stringent regulations than commercial banks. Currently, more than 24 of them are facing lending or withdrawal restrictions by the RBI because of financial irregularities. The coronavirus has hit the broader banking sector hard, raising concerns about soaring bad loans as household and corporate debt rise. Liquidity risks have increased for non-bank financial companies and the state banking system needs to be recapitalized. But some analysts are concerned that the pandemic is likely to have a more pronounced effect on the fragile cooperative banks. Asked about the delay in resolving PMC's problems, Jay Bhagwan Bodia, an administrator appointed by the RBI to revive the bank, told Reuters the recovery is an ongoing process and it takes time and actual realizations due to legal steps and hurdles faced. In March, the RBI imposed a cap of 50,000 rupees on withdrawals from Yes Bank, then India's fifth largest bank in terms of assets, after its finances deteriorated. But less than 24 hours later, the finance minister announced that India's top-run state bank, SBI, would infuse funds into Yes Bank and the withdrawal curbs were subsequently lifted. The finance ministry told the court the government had not infused any funds into Yes Bank, but it was the investors and the SBI who came to its rescue, according to court documents. SBI is 57% government-owned. Noting PMC depositors were in a dire state, the court said that the RBI and the Finance Ministry played a crucial role in rescuing Yes Bank and asked them both to delve into the aspect of why PMC depositors were differently treated. The RBI told the court the two lenders were fundamentally different, including the different regulations governing them. It also said with PMC's really precarious financials, no investors were willing to bail it out. The Finance Ministry submitted that the RBI had rescued Yes Bank as it found it necessary in the public and depositors' interest, but the central bank had not proposed any such rescue for PMC. The court is next set to hear the case in mid-September, just ahead of the first anniversary of PMC's collapse. Set up in 1984, PMC is a regional lender with 137 branches across 6 states, and by last year it had deposits of $1.5 billion. Yes Bank is far bigger with more than 1,000 branches across India. Many depositors said they were completely unaware of the different regulatory structures for banks and believed PMC was just like any other commercial lender. Earlier this month, dozens of PMC depositors organized a protest in Mumbai and shouted slogans against the central bank. On Facebook, depositors regularly post videos and photos to amplify the request for help. Each day, hundreds of messages are shared on Telegram group of about 4,000 members where depositors discuss next steps or simply vent. To read personal account of depositors, click the link in the description box below.